This is our Saturday call for Living Peace Now. And hi, Abu, nice to see you. Hardly ever get to see you on screen. So we are going to talk about new beginnings today, but not really necessarily just brand new, but taking who you are now with your career, what you've done in the past, maybe your schooling, whatever you've done, and how do we turn that into something new? Or how do we make sense of it so we can start thinking about something new? And your life will take you different places and your choices take you different places. So what we want to do is talk about in this discussion, we're going to watch a TED Talk first about a lady who did this. She married a diplomat. So, you know, diplomats go exciting places and amazing, adventures, but you are just trailing along with them and you have to make sense of your life along with that. So this is her conflict, and it's always a conflict, right? Do I want to stay home and be safe? Or do I want to go somewhere new and have to experience all these new things? So she chose to do this, but she was not happy because she thought she was supposed to be something. But then she learned that she doesn't have to be that thing. She can be something else, which is a new creation. And we're going to learn about this. So because I know that TED Talks and YouTube are not good with sound, I'm going to play the video and then I'm going to play the audio on my phone. Jessica, I'm so glad you're here. She's connecting to audio right now. Hopefully she hears me. Hi, Jessica. Good to see you. Can you say hi?
Hello.
It's been
How
so
are you?
long.
Yes, yes. It's a long time.
Yay. So I love to see your happy face. And it's nice to have another girl here.
Yes, I miss this.
Yeah. So we are talking about a great topic today. And I'm so glad you're
Oh,
here to
good.
listen to this.
Mhm.
It's new beginnings with career changes and being with being in a situation that you're not comfortable and having to make the best of it.
Okay.
So we're going to learn about this lady who is a diplomat, who is a diplomat. I think she's still doing it. And it's Career Change, the Questions You Need to Ask Yourself Now by Laura Sheehan. And she's at TEDx in Hanoi, Vietnam, which is where she lives now. So she is American and she's living in Hanoi with her diplomat husband. And so her future is tied in with his. She chose this, but she has to make the best of it. So let's learn about this. Do you guys want to get started with the video?
All
Or do you want
right.
to
Yes.
introduce ourselves first? Do we all know each other? So I guess we can just do a quick introduction, even though we all know each other. I'm Laurel Archer from Raleigh, North Carolina. I teach English. Nelson, tell me about you quickly.
Okay, good morning. My name is Nelson Vasquez. I'm from Honduras, Central America. And nice to meet you and nice to see you again, all of you.
Yes,
Okay.
Venetius.
Yeah, that's me. My name is Vinicius. I'm from Brazil. I'm a 20 years old guy, and I'm a baker. I work as a baker. And by the way, today I think that we're gonna have an interesting conversation about career. So I love to dance, but I work as a baker right now, and that's it.
Yep, we all do our thing. Jessica.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jess. I'm from Brazil. I'm teacher and student. I
You're
love
what?
to dance, but just alone, Vinicius. Just alone, because I don't know.
Well, Venetius dances like beatbox. So he like does all the twirls on the ground and everything. He's crazy good. So yeah, we are not those kind of dancers. We just dance to the music and I'm happy to do that. And I'm also happy to provide the music in my spare time. So later today, I'm going with my husband and we're going to play in an event.
Oh,
So
Whoa.
really?
I'm going to play the drum and sing with him, and he's going to play guitar and sing. So we're going to help people dance, hopefully. So it's a lot of fun. So that's my
That's good.
creative outlet.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. So let me share my screen and Hopefully it'll sync up well so you can see both. And I will press them both at the same time and see if we get sound and audio, video. All right.
Thank you.
Isn't that amazing? So what did you guys think?
That's crazy, you know? Actually, well, it's a little hard because we are always changing or interesting, if you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
if you think that something have a meaning for you now, maybe after everything can change, you know?
right, right. I mean, you have to stop making yourself feel bad for losing a job or not doing what you think you're supposed to do. You need to just say, this is what I'm doing right now. Am I learning from it? Am I getting to be a better person because of it? Am I spinning my wheels, which is staying in place like a gerbil on a hamster on a wheel, or am I actually growing and doing something new? Every single job that you have, if you're doing something new, then you are growing and changing. And I know for me, I will tell you my personal experience is I've been a teacher for, 25, 30 years, but I haven't been a teacher the whole entire time. And I haven't stayed in place for more than a year or two because I wanted new experiences and I didn't like, where I was, or they didn't like me for some reason. I would leave and go to something else, but I'm always teaching. So it doesn't matter where I am, but I use those skills that I have to motivate people, to help them feel better, to be like her. I've never been like a diplomat or, somebody that helps people in different countries while I'm in the country, but I'm definitely helping you guys. And I love being accepting of everybody everywhere because I can't go to those places physically, but I can definitely, we all have the same spirit of wanting to help each other, hopefully. And that's why Living Peace Now appealed to me, is because I really want to be a peacemaker. I want to be somebody that connects people in different countries because we have the same feeling, the same wanting to grow and wanting to be a positive light in the world and strengthening our experience. And so if it's positive, I want to do it. I don't care if it's in my local area helping out with an ESL class or if it's around the world with you guys globally. So and it doesn't have to be about English either. I can help people, appreciate music. I can help people with, resumes or with projects that they're doing. I can help people with email copy. That's what I'm learning now, is how to help people increase their business. So it's kind of like you have to use that skill of whatever it is, the core skill that you have, and then make that your asset, not your job title, but what you do well. And so over here, Austin Gilkey says, changing jobs is an asset. Changing jobs increases the ability to solve problems. It shows adaptability. Develop and adapt skills to solve life's challenges. Make meaningful connections, actual conversations, find success and personal connection. That's a great summary of that whole talk. And I know that we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but we know what happens today will affect what happens tomorrow. So say you don't have an agenda. An agenda is something that you're putting in place, like going to school. That's great. That's a plan. That's a goal. But while you're in school, look at the message boards, talk to people, go to a party, meet people, have meaningful connections and conversations, and you never know what will happen from those things. The reason that we're playing music today is because we got to know somebody that I just jumped up on stage and I said, here, let me play drums for you. And so he said, great. And then he liked it. He came to me afterwards and he says, you know what? I could use you in my band or in my performances. Do you want to collaborate and work with me? I said, sure. So did I think he was going to say anything like that to me before I started playing? No, but he did. And when he couldn't do this, today he asked me and my husband to jump in because he knew us and liked us and trusted us. So these people that didn't know us trusted him and they said, okay, come today and we'll pay you. So that is what personal connections are all about. Meaningful connections that turn into sometimes just fun, but sometimes financial, compensation, money, moving ahead in life. So if you take opportunities where you find them, if you plan your life first, much as you can, and then you take opportunities to do more, just for fun, then sometimes it turns out to something good. Does anybody have an experience like that they want to tell me about?
Uh, yeah, for sure.
Go
That's
ahead, Vinicius.
almost that's almost like how I became a baker. Actually, I was a teenager. I just had finished my high school, and I had no job. And I didn't have any experience, any work experience to start in the to start working. And so I met someone who was working as a baker as well. And I was like, hey, man, I need some job. Hey, I don't know how to do. I don't have any work experience. And he was like, hey, man, I know you for a long time. I know that you are a great person. I know that you have purpose on everything that you're doing right now. So let's try to find out something for you. And that's what happened. So I keep working as a baker where I was working before. So a lot of things started happen. I think that I was not be paying enough about the work I was doing. So I changed it. And the place I'm working right now, it's like the same way. Everything happens at the same way. And the same person who gave me the last job gave me this job that I'm working right now.
Wow. And you're getting paid more?
Yeah, of course, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to go down to go up, but most of the time what you want to do is trying to find something that is at least equivalent or the same, and then you can move up from there.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyone else have any experience like this? Or just something you want to say about the talk, or go ahead, Nelson.
Okay, Laura,
Yeah.
I'm going to share about this. Like everybody, like we have some kind of experience like this one when we go to other places. Like so many people go to the United States. I used to go out in an office before going to the United States in the 90s, and I wasn't accustomed to some other things like working in an office. And this is kind of clash of the culture, clash of different kind of jobs, different kind of
Culture
things,
clash. Okay, I gotcha.
culture clash. And
Mhm.
then, but I said to myself, duh, I have to do whatever, some other things that, even though I don't like it, but we have to meet people, we have to know the environment, the culture, and everything about some other countries, some other people, even they speak the same language like me, because United States, so many people speak Spanish, but some from different countries. And I used to do some things like I remember that I worked in some places like in a warehouse, in a supermarket, like stock merchandise and a cashier, in some other things. And then when I came back, I had a different kind of mindset. Then I continued working in office as an accountant. And then from last year, a couple years ago, I have a different kind of mindset. And last year, I was taking some courses from TOEFL, from ESL, and then last year I met someone from this organization, Living Peace Now, and I didn't expect that I was going to meet people from different countries of the world, this is kind of new experience for me. I didn't expect, and there was a kind of surprise the first day that I joined. And Sabrina asked me, Nelson, do you want to be a teacher? And then Laura, the same. I think that the first class, she asked me to, Nelson, do you want to be a teacher? Well, there was a surprise for me. And then a couple of weeks later, I was taking some kind of serious the proposal. And then I asked, remember, Laura, when I told you that I was gonna say the proposal, because I was some kind of nervous. I wasn't accustomed to talk with everybody like we are over here, but I was taking some courses for me to get some more confidence to talk with anybody, because someone can have a good knowledge, extensive knowledge about something, about a language, something like that, but we have to know how to share, to be social with people, some things like that. And now,
And how to explain something, right?
have to
You need to know
explain
how to
something,
explain it.
right? And then nowadays, now every Saturday, I feel some more confidence, to talk to you, to talk to the students. Now that I'm teaching Spanish, and even Saturdays, I receive some classes for some kind of explanation for with these people from Point Church International from your city and
Which
from
I
North
introduced
Carolina.
you to, which I
Yeah,
was amazed that you actually were
yeah,
able to go
and I
on.
haven't finished yet. They were teaching me some classes about public speaking and some things like that. And I'm taking another course online for public speaking and persuasive writing. And because I feel that it's something that I like to share. And I have collected a lot of information about Spanish, about grammar, and because that's just kind of something I like to share. And the best, I do the best I can, and I try to share the best I can do, for the people to have a good knowledge.
That's right.
And that's what I'm doing, and try to, it's not easy. At the beginning, I was feeling some kind of nervous,
Of
but
course.
now I feel some more confident about it. And sometimes, I mean, I think Vince, from this church, Point Church, and he told me that, oh, Nelson, you have improved a lot. Yeah, this kind
Vince said
of,
that? That's awesome.
yeah. And that's something that I like, and like I said, every Saturday to everyone, everybody's welcome. We can share, you know, and like I say, when we're talking to you, like practice makes better, not just perfect, that makes better, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what I said to everyone. We can share
Yeah,
what we know. Some people we can share what's about the experience that people, someone can share about the knowledge about the people know, or the experience about the people know about it. It's a good experience like this one we are sharing every Saturday, and we used to be like every Tuesday sharing with some people like I never expected to know, from different countries, from Turkey, Afghanistan, and some other countries, but it's a new
yes.
experience, it's a new life, but I like it,
That's awesome. That's
that's
awesome.
awesome.
Jessica, do you want to say something?
Not just I lived in another city, and when I arrived at Marilia, I didn't have any
Philippines?
work. I'm sorry.
What country was it in?
No, Marilia
Oh,
is a city.
it's in your country, in Brazil. Okay.
No, is a city, and I didn't have any word here. But I knew about exam in my city for teaching at a public school. I needed to study a lot, but I get it, this job. But
What is
just
the
for,
title?
I'm sorry,
What is the title of the
it's a
job?
public school.
Public school, so you're a teacher?
Yes, but just for 2 years. It was a contracted.
A contract?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But I finished my contract. I thought, oh my God, and now? Because it's so hard. But I get a new job at a bilingual private school, and I'm
What?
working
Say that again.
bilingual private school.
Okay.
I'm
So,
working there.
okay, that's
And
wonderful.
now this school, learning languages at university because
You
I
are
need,
learning languages right now?
yes, that's because this school. I speak just Portuguese there, but I need to study for getting a teacher teach my student speaking English there.
You need to learn more English too, right? You need to keep learning your English
Yeah, I need it.
because it's hard when you are only speaking your own language and you don't learn anything about English. And then,
Yes.
we want to understand you the first time. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, definitely keep coming back and keep coming to these classes. Maybe
Yes, of
you should,
course.
join the class that Nelson's in with me, and Venetius, you should too, with
Mm-hmm.
pronunciation, because that would really, really help you a lot. But if you
Yes.
want to, just talk to me. It's only $5 a week. It's not very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
I will give you feedback and I will help you. And this will really help you with your job too,
Mm-hmm.
both of you. So if
Okay.
you're interested, I would love to help you with that. You just have to say, okay, yes, I want to do this, and
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is. And then
Mm-hmm.
you will learn more than you anticipate, which is
Yes,
the
yes.
best.
Okay.
So very
Thank
good.
you.
I'm glad you're moving forward in your teaching career. I think you are a
Mm-hmm.
great teacher.
I
I
hope
don't
so.
know, but I think so.
Mhm. Thank you.
Yes. All right. So any other comments? We can go a couple more minutes and talk about anything else. But I think if you're open to it, it has to be the mindset first. So when Rosemary is doing Think and Grow Rich or any other thing that you see on In Living Peace Now, you are not going to experience new things and grow unless you decide you want to first, right? You're open to it. So many people say, oh, I can't do that, or I can't do that. And they don't even try. Like, there's some things that I don't want to do. Like, I don't want to be a mechanic. My husband is the mechanic. I am not. So I understand that, this is his thing, but I can help him if he asks me to do something that I can do, like turn this tool or start the car or push or do whatever things. I can even learn names of tools, but I will never be a mechanic like him, but I can definitely help him. So say you aren't going to be the teacher or the student, or I mean, the mechanic or the baker or whatever, but you can help them do that and you can learn something along the way. Then at least do that. Maybe it's not the full blown, thing, but it's something that you learn about. So that's why you go to school, is because maybe you don't know anything about history or biology or literature or whatever, but you expose yourself to those things. And then maybe you say, oh, wow, I really like this. Well, if you didn't take that course, you wouldn't know. So, and then you can also find out what you don't like by taking it, right? So you always have to expose yourself to things, maybe language is another avenue that you can learn from. And older people, that they learn a new language when they're older, it helps their brain stay strong. And so you never know. Playing piano is also another thing older people can do, and they can actually remember things depending on the method that it's taught, and there's different methods. So if you have a really bad teacher, you're not going to learn anything. But if you have a really good teacher that helps you think, or maybe you are able to take that knowledge and put it in a way that you understand, like you like to write things down, or you like to watch it on video like we did earlier, or you like to have conversations with people. Maybe you like to teach it. I think, Nelson, you're like me, and maybe Jessica, you are too. I learn more by teaching than I do just by learning. So if I
Right.
learn something and I write it down and I listen to it and I think about how I would teach it, and then I teach it, I know that subject much better than I would if I just learned it and wrote it down and didn't do anything with it. And that's what happens to us many times. Oh, I learned that many years ago, but I don't remember it. Why not? Because I haven't been using it. So you have to use it or you lose it. I remember learning French many years ago, and then I didn't use it for at least 10 or 15 years, and I forgot a lot of it. Then I had to come back and learn it again. So anything that you want to do, you have to learn to do it the right way and then use it. And that's why I think, when I teach this course, this little course that I'm teaching, I teach one concept or one comparison, then I have you say it, repeat it back to me, and then we talk about it, and then we have a discussion, and then we move on to the next thing. So it's not just blah, 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 and then moving on. It's actually using that content. So it's great. Venetius, yes.
Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to know what you're thinking about when someone do what they don't like to do.
When somebody does what they don't like to do.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
You can try it. You can see if there's anything about it that you like. And then if you don't like it, you don't have to continue to do it. You just have to do it for that course or that grade or whatever. Like, for example, biology. When I was young in high school, we had to dissect a frog. We had to take the knife and open up the frog and look at all the parts in the body. Where the heart was, where the, liver was, whatever it was. And of course that was gross and I didn't like to do it and I never did it again. But at least I can say now I did it and I learned something from it.
And now
right?
you know that you don't like to do that.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's it. So did I ask you that? Now I don't know if I being wrong, if am I having the wrong mindset, but I'm starting to thinking about get out of my job. You know,
What do
that's
you want that your job doesn't give you?
and that's it. I don't know. I don't know exactly.
You can
And
do something on the side. Like you can always say, well, I like to beatbox, so I'll do that on the side. I can, if
yeah,
you want to learn to paint or do something creative or sing or
yeah,
whatever, you can always do that on the side because you're not going to
uh,
make a living doing those things.
yeah, for
But
sure.
if it's a different career, like I don't like baking and I want to do something else, you got to figure out what that is before you leave what you're doing now.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. So when I was in the high school, I thought that I would like to be a doctor. But in the middle of the process, I was like, hey, I don't even want to go to the university, and that's what happened. So I had the opportunity to start working as a baker, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Mhm.
But now I'm getting a little tired. I'm not having joy doing that. I'm not having joy doing the same routine every single day. So I'm
Okay.
starting to thinking about change.
Okay. What about changing within the baker field? Like maybe
What?
you want to do maybe changing within your field. Maybe you want to learn a new kind of baking, a new kind of cooking, a new kind of method, something that will extend your knowledge in what you're doing now, make it more interesting for you. Ask your current boss, is there anything more that I can do?
Yeah, that's it.
And then if you end up not liking that, eventually you can leave. But it's more important to stay where you are and figure out everything you can, which is why I've stayed with teaching, is because I've gone to every place I can. I've done every kind of teaching experience there is, even though it looks like I've done a lot of different things, it's all the same kind of thing because I like the teaching. But I like it within this, I don't want people to tell me you have to do this, you have to do that. I want to do it on my own. So I'm a very self-starter. So that's how I am.
Yeah,
I know myself.
yeah,
I work with people, but I don't necessarily love working for people or in a like this. I don't want to work like this. I want to work like, you
yeah.
know,
That's it. So talking about purpose, I think that
purpose.
everything has a
Right.
purpose. So
Yes.
as you can see, I don't know what happened,
Yeah, I
but
see that.
maybe I passed it out, and I just fell on the floor, and that's what happened.
You
So
didn't hit something?
yeah,
You hit
maybe the
something.
floor. I can't
Maybe,
remember. Maybe the floor. I can't
maybe.
remember.
I hope that doesn't happen again.
So that's it. So before that, I was working as a horse, you know,
Working
like a
what?
horse. I'm so sorry.
Oh, like
I
a
was
horse. You're
working like
working
a horse.
working as hard as a horse. Okay, yeah, I see what you're
Yes,
saying.
yes. And I was starting to feel tired, so I started to feel some headaches, you know, and that's what
Headaches.
started to happen. Yeah,
Right.
and so this happened. So there's a few days that I'm at home, you know. So now I have time, you know, to thinking about, hey, what do I really want to do with my life, you know? And that's what happened. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe talking about purpose, I could feel bad, I could feel sad for this had happened to me,
Right.
but now I'm cool, I'm good,
Does it
I'm good with
hurt?
that. So, yeah, a little bit. It's still a little
Uh-huh.
bit over
Did you get
here,
medical
but
treatment?
yeah, for sure.
Okay, good. And what did they say?
Um,
It's going to be
I
okay?
yeah, everything's okay. I had to do some exam, you know. So actually yesterday, I did another one, but I'm still waiting for the results.
Okay. Well, yes, things slow you down. If you don't slow down, things will slow you down.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Just like the
that's
pandemic. Many people slowed down because of the pandemic and everybody got to reevaluate their life. And I think that's a really positive thing, actually.
yeah,
So, yeah, you definitely need to slow down sometimes. And it's good to do that. So,
yeah. So I don't know what will happen when I go back to job to my work. When I go back to work, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm gonna trust in the process. You know, I know
that's
that
right.
something
Right.
good is coming,
That is
and that's
true.
it.
Something good is coming. That's the attitude you always have to have, right?
Yeah,
Does
and
everybody
that's
agree with that?
I'm good at that. I'm cool.
Yep. Yep. So any final words, Jessica?
Every day is a different meal because I teach children. Children are creative.
They are. Children are always creative. And
Yes,
you
yes,
never
every day is so different
say.
for me.
Yes. What grade do you teach? What level? What age?
This year I'm teaching six year.
Six
This year,
6-year-olds?
yes, this year.
Okay.
But I
So
can teach
6-year-olds.
until 12 years old
Wow.
because
Yes.
our years change, the
Right.
age, the grade.
Yes. So yeah, your system is not the same as my system, but I just wanted to know like the age. So young kids, like mine was kindergarten is the
Mm,
5-year-olds, first grade is the 6-year-olds. So that's what
uh,
we call it here. But
mhm,
yeah, they're wonderful. But they're so unaware of everything, so you have to teach them everything from the beginning. But I
mhm.
taught them all how to read, and I taught them a lot too. So I think it's great that you're there, and I'm sure they're going to remember you.
Yes, they
Many,
know.
many years from now, kids will come back to you when they're grown. They'll say, I remember you. You were the best
Mhm.
teacher. So just
Yes,
wait.
yes, I
It will
feel like
happen.
yes, I feel like famous for them because I'm
Yes,
walking at the
yes.
street and teacher, teacher.
Right,
Oh
right.
my
They love to hug you and they love to be around you and your energy. They see your
yes, yes.
energy.
Like hug us, not now because the
Hmm.
pandemic, but hug us, kiss us,
Yeah,
and
yes.
letters like te amo, love
It's
you.
wonderful. That's wonderful. I love you. I love you. That's
I
right.
me too. I love it.
So, all right, guys. I love you guys. We're going to end this right
Thank
now,
you.
but
Mhm.
That's
say goodbye and we will see you next week. Okay.
Thank you. Bye
With a
bye,
new
guys. Bye
topic.
bye.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye. Thank
Thank
Have a nice
you.
day, teacher. Have
You
a nice
too.
day.
Bye bye.
Okay, take
Bye.
care.